Welcome to the Easybaler Mechanical version. This is basically the mechanical version to its predecessor, the electrical version. It's got the same features, it's all mechanical, it's a lot easier to use, and there's not as many complications. And basically what's good about this model is it'll take the number 14 boxes, and the opening is no larger than 20 inches, which once it's loaded and closed up, won't take more than 50 pounds. The bales will not be larger than 50 pounds. The good thing about this is that you can put your smaller boxes, and you got the rails in the back here, and it'll take the cookie ones, the cracker ones, it won't go through. So you can put any size box in this machine, no bigger than your number 14, but if you have the cracker boxes, cookie boxes, they'll all... Okay, what we have here is a warm winch. It replaces the motor, the electrical motor. What it does is it gives you 2,000 pounds of pressure with simple ease. And the actual winch is made by Shelby Industries, Kentucky. And basically what we've done is we've actually modified the winch, and instead of having a hand bar, we've actually added the steering wheel. By adding the steering wheel, we've made it, one, it's very easy to actually use. Two, it makes the model safer. And what it also does is that it makes it easier to use. It's basically low-tech is high-tech. So what we have here is the steering wheel, and what we're going to do is we're just going to turn it clockwise. And when we're turning it clockwise, we're going to be able to actually compress a 40 to 50 pound bale in about 10 seconds. And once you compress your bale, you want to go counterclockwise. Once you go counterclockwise, you're going to go to hit the bottom, and then you hear the bell. Once you've hit the bell, that means you stop. And by stopping, you're actually stopping yourself from doing any excessive turning for no apparent reason. Okay, here's the second feature of the Easybaler. We have the strapping assembly. The strapping assembly is basically like a pulling system. And to use this system, you actually have to press on this button. You extend it all the way back. Once you've done this, you'll be able to do your twine and everything. And once you've done your twine, to use it is very simple. Just by cranking like this. When you crank like that, it just brings it down, as you can see. And it basically pulls your cable, and then you'll be able to lock everything down. And it's very simple to use. It's not very complicated. Now we're going to do the actual important part of the whole machine, which is what you have to do is just, one, make sure you're on a level ground. It doesn't really have to be that level because you can adjust the machine. On the bottom here, you've got a leveler that actually turns, and then you'll be able to lock it down. Once you lock it down to the actual height and the machine is level, you have another lock in the back here on the wheel, which you basically just push down with your foot, and then you have another one here. Once your machine is secure, your machine will not move. You don't have to worry about the machine running away on you or anything. It's secure, it won't move, and it's good. Okay, so one thing you have to do once you want to load the machine, you have to make sure that your tray is all the way down to the bottom. We've done this a while ago when we were demonstrating. And now for the fun part of actually loading the Frito-lays number 14. You load your Frito-lays number 14 box right in the bottom, and it's made specifically for the number 14. But, like we were saying, you can add different size boxes. So what we recommend is you add a few more boxes like this. And say if you want to add your cookies, your mixed nuts, any small boxes, what you want to do is that you can actually add them in the pile like this. Very simply. And then you can grab bigger boxes and you just pile it right on top. Basically what it does is with this, you'll be able to actually scrunch it up. It will be part of the bale, and you won't have to actually dispose of them any other way. Now we've almost filled up the complete 20 inches. Basically this will be between 40 and 50 pounds, not over 50 pounds. And to add to our final box is the Canadian-based version of the Frito-lays. And we basically just put it in. And now we're done to compress, so we're just going to go compress it now. Now it's time to compress it. Like I showed you a while ago, this is the steering wheel we've added. It has 32 inches in diameter, which basically gives you more force and with very little ease, and it's 2,000 pounds of pressure. And what you need to do is you just have to turn it. It's very simple to do, and it's like I'm doing it with one finger, and I'm barely forcing it, and it's actually crushing it to 2,000 pounds. What the good thing about this is if you see anybody trying to put something in it or try to put their hand in it, you're actually the person operating it. So somebody's putting their hand there, you let go, it's not going to move. See, as soon as you let go, it stops. So this machine makes it very secure and very simple to use. Okay, now what you want to make sure to do is make sure that your bar is fully extended. Ours is already fully extended. We showed you this at the beginning of the video. So you have to make sure it's fully extended. Now what you want to do is you want to grab your twine and you actually want to loop it down. And you have to make sure that you actually go down here. There's actually a catcher here, and you don't want it to be in the catcher because then it'll just be on the metal. You bring it up here, and then once you get up top here, you just make a simple knot. And a simple knot is just basically take your wire, you put two wires together, and you pull, and make sure you make a small enough loop. So now that we have this simple loop made, you make sure to put it in a loop holder here, and you just basically pull it like that, make sure it's in there secure. And then you come right in the back, you grab your cable, but I figured out a trick that actually makes it a little simpler. Once you've passed all your twine, instead of bending down, you can always put it right here. And so it gives you easy access to grab it. Then you pull on it, then you open into your ratchet, it's basically your twine locking. You just push it, and you let go, push up to make sure it's secure. Then you have about, you can cut about 2 inches, or to your preference, you can put a little more. Or even a little less. It doesn't have to be precise. And then you just cut it. Once you've cut it, then you start to clamp it down. Now we're ready to clamp it down. All you have to do is just this. You just pump it. And then by pumping it, you're actually adding a lot of pressure to it. It's making sure that it's all nice and locked. And look how hard you have to work. You barely have to work at all. Now, once we've got all the twined, all torqued, and you're not 100% sure if you have enough torque or anything on it, good way to know is if you grab the wire and it makes it sound like that, you know it's pretty tight and there's a lot of pressure on it. Now, for the simple part, is just to tie it up. But to tie it up is like tying, let's say a Christmas gift or something. You grab your wire, you put it underneath here, you pull back, you pinch it, just like you would like a bow. You put it through with your thumb, and then you pull back like this. Now, you've got a secure knot on there, and you should have some good tightness onto it. And then you do another knot, and you're done. Okay, so now what I've done is I've went on and tied the other side. It's the same procedure as on this side. Very simple to do, as I had shown you. Now to release it, you just have to basically pull it out of the loop holder, and then you uncrank it out of here. Just let it go like that. That's it, that's all. Coming on this. Now, the greatest exercise of the whole procedure, the most fun of the whole thing, basically, you're done your bit. All you have to do, go counterclockwise, go all the way down. We're done. We go to the front, grab the bail. You've got the nice rollers in the front here, which actually help you to actually pull it out. You grab it, you roll it out, put it down, and you're done. Now that we've concluded the Easybaler demonstration, we've shown you how easy it is to use and what was the mentality in replacing the motor with the winch. By replacing the motor with the winch, you've made it one logical, 100% green, trouble-free, with a 5-year warranty that basically gives you sound mind. It's very simple to use, and you'll be able to do anything with it.